Hello, good evening. Welcome to a brand new day. Today we are on day number 4. Today is all about cooking. It's Sunday, so people shouldn't do Swiggy or Zomato. Today people should be cooking. So we have Chef Viha Gupta and our clinical nutritionist Dr. Deepa Agarwal. They'll be cooking together, and Dr. Deepa will be giving her expert inputs about nutrition as well. Hello, Dr. Deepa.
Hi, doctor. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Welcome back.
Yeah, nice on a Sunday afternoon.
I know. It's perfect time. The weather is also very good in Hyderabad today.
I know.
Yes. So you have
You sent
Viha as well
request
with
to
you?
Viha, doctor? Viha, did you
Sorry.
add? Did you add
Uh,
Viha?
no, I can only add one person. I thought you both are going to be together.
No, doctor. She stays in a different house. Okay.
Okay. In that case, I think
So
I'll add her.
if
So
you
she,
add Viha,
yeah.
yeah. Then
In the
I'll
end,
observe her.
yes.
You
In
add
the end,
me.
you can give your nutrition inputs.
Okay,
Perfect.
doctor.
Ask her to send me a request, no?
Yeah, I'll just ask her.
Yeah. Or ask her to come on my viewers. I can send her a request.
Okay, doctor.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine.
Or you could end your live so she can join.
Yeah. I'll show the she will cancel.
Hello.
Is anybody cooking with us today? Did anyone get the ingredients required? I think I posted it yesterday, late night. I'm not going to be cooking if I'm just writing down what's required.
Hi.
Hi, Viha. This is Dr. Charan
Hi.
here.
Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are.
So I think we'll wait for a couple of more people to join us and then we'll start.
Yeah, sure. So Viha, tell me about yourself. I think this is the first time I'm talking to you.
Yes, it's the first time. So I started cooking and baking like about maybe I started when I was really young and I ventured into selling home cooked food and home baked goods I think about 3 years ago. And I recently started making a lot of salads, a lot of healthy food, and everything. So what I try to do is try to make, let's say, anything that is nutritious at the same time really tasty. Because people have this misconception that if it's healthy, it's not tasty. But it's actually the contrary. When you make something healthy, you try to put so many ingredients and so many flavors that it automatically becomes really tasty. And healthy is not necessarily bland. That is one thing which I really like to clarify with a lot of people, that I think, okay, if it's healthy, it's just like greens and just boring boiled vegetables and all that. So boiled vegetables will actually do no good in the long run. You can't have boiled vegetables forever. So the
Yeah.
whole point is to make food really tasty, healthy, and something that will give your mind and body the nourishment that it requires. Because I believe that food is first eaten with your eyes and then with your tongue. You have to read, it has to look visually appealing, it has to smell great, it has to look great, and then you automatically start enjoying it.
Right, right.
So
So
that
we
is my
have
whole philosophy.
right. Since we are doing this for suicide prevention awareness, um,
Right.
because I think you're the only chef that I know personally. So tell me something that forget about healthy eating. Does cooking make you feel good?
Cooking makes me feel great. In fact, it's one of my biggest stress buster. Like if I'm stressed about anything, and when I used to be in college, so I started when I was in college, and just before my exam, I used to go into the kitchen and cook where I was actually supposed to be studying. But we do enough studying throughout the year. So just the day before the exam, there's no point racking your brains. You just go relax. So for
Yeah.
me to go relax was to go into the kitchen, whip something up, cook something really tasty or healthy, and maybe not necessarily always healthy. You're allowed to have like
Yeah.
one cheat meal once in a while. So
Yeah.
just cook something, relax your mind. And the best thing about cooking is that it requires a lot of attention and focus. So when you're cooking, your mind is actually totally towards the thing that you're producing, because that is one area where you can't afford to let your mind, travel somewhere else, or else you'll either end up hurting yourself or burning the whole place down. So the whole point of cooking is that it gives you the kind of focus where your mind is away from all the stress that is around you.
Right. True. True. Well said. All right. We'll start with cooking because we have 4 recipes to go. Because I'm going to
Right.
be posting this live on my page. People are going to see later if they want to. So that shouldn't
Yeah,
be a problem.
definitely. Definitely. So first we're going to start with a healthy smoothie bowl, and for smoothie today we are making an apple crumble smoothie. So it has certain ingredients which are really healthy when you start the first meal in your day. So first we'll start with like frozen bananas. The reason we are freezing bananas is to give your smoothie a really rich consistency. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put everything in this jar. So I hope everyone can see it. So first we'll be putting
Yes.
frozen bananas, and then we'll be putting some chopped apples.
Okay.
You can chop your apples however you want. They don't have to be like really fine chopped or something, as long as they just blend. And then we are putting some whole oats. Like these are rolled oats. They are not the quick instant oats. They have more fiber in them. So we'll be they're slightly roasted. You don't have to make them brown. You just have to slightly roast them. So these are roasted oats. And we'll be putting this is about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder. So cinnamon is actually a really good food which you eat in the morning. It helps you de-stress. It helps you, lose all the fat as well if you're aiming for that. And it adds a really nice flavor to anything that you eat.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll be putting cinnamon in it as well. And I would suggest, like, if you have really good, like, if you have pure vanilla extract, then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Please do not put essence, it will kill the taste. Do not use
Yeah.
essence. So, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then we are using some Greek yogurt. So, Greek yogurt has a really good consistency and it's really high in proteins. So you're going to be putting 1 cup of Greek yogurt. If you're allergic to dairy, or if you're vegan, or if you have, then I would suggest you probably skip the yogurt, or if you can manage to get like almond milk yogurt or coconut milk yogurt, but preferably almond milk in this recipe. We are putting approximately ½ cup of almond milk or normal regular dairy milk. And then all this goes into the blender. So I've already made a portion and I've cut it. You can just blend this and freeze it for about half an hour or so to get like a really good consistency. So after you blend it, you get something like this. I hope everyone can see.
Oh wow, this is so quick. It literally took 2 minutes?
Yeah, it just takes 2 minutes because we really don't want to keep in the kitchen, or if you're on the go, you don't have so much time. Everyone's really busy. Apart from the whole virus thing, I think everyone's really busy. But since you have time, you can experiment more.
Yeah.
And if you just garnish it with like chia seeds. because chia seeds is again a superfood and it will give you a good amount of nutrients and everything. I'm sure Dr. Deepa will be able to tell us about the nutrient value once we are done showing all the recipes to her. So,
Right.
and then you could use some almond flakes as well to add a little crunch to your smoothie bowl. Because some people, like I personally prefer a little crunch in my smoothie bowl, so I would add like almond flakes, some goji
Right.
berries, or any berries that you have in hand, anything that you like, and probably sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon powder if if you like cinnamon a lot and stuff. So this is how your bowl will look at the end of it.
Oh, that looks really nice. I'm a
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm a big favorite fan of smoothie bowls. That's all I have all day, every day.
I prefer like
So
it's
Viha,
the
instead
best
of
part about
apple,
smoothie. Yes.
instead of apple, can we use any other fruit in the same recipe?
You could use berries since right now, berries are not in season. If you have like frozen blueberries or something, you could use that. Or probably a month later, you'll be getting really good strawberries and stuff. You can put berries. You could add pineapple, but the thing with pineapple is sometimes it tends to react with milk. So I wouldn't suggest pineapple. You could add sitafal or chiku, but then cut down on the banana when you add any other fruit with a lot of pulp. That will just increase the fat content.
Right.
So that is something which we really need to be careful about. And the thing is, you have to see fruits which won't react with milk.
Correct.
You can add lychee also. In fact, lychee does not react with milk.
Okay.
So
Great.
any food that does not react with milk. So I think if anyone has any questions, they could always inbox us regarding any recipe or anything. We'll be happy to help. And because we are short on time, I think we should just quickly move on to our next recipe, which is our pasta salad.
Yes, great.
So what we're going to do is, so the thing about salads is it's how many colors you use. So that's the first thing. How many vegetables do you use? How colorful you can make your salad look? How appealing does it look? Because if you're just going to put like some vegetables on a plate, then that's not going to look appetizing enough. So the thing about salad is play with your colors and play with your textures.
Right.
So for our
Also,
pasta
the
salad,
more colorful the vegetable is, more nutritious it is. So
that's yes. And the thing is like every vegetable has its own importance, its own nutrient values and everything. So it's the more you use, the more vegetable you use. Certain vegetables, just make sure you steam them or boil them before you use. Like please avoid eating raw broccoli or any cabbage or anything. Just blanch them or parboil them or steam them for a while because that's really important.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll be starting with our pasta salad right now. So first what we're going to do is we have some fresh lettuce. So first we'll layer our plate with this lettuce. And please wash your lettuce thoroughly so that there's no dust or mud or anything which goes into your stomach and makes you fall sick. So first layer your plate and then we are going to start, just give me a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Then we'll be using some whole wheat pasta, or if you have gluten allergy, you could use gluten-free pasta, or whatever pasta you have in hand. Since we are not using a large quantity, but preferably go for whole wheat or gluten-free pasta. So we've put some pasta onto our plate, as you can see.
So you used a macaroni or penne?
I've used gluten-free macaroni for my bowl.
Okay.
So people who consume gluten can go ahead with whole wheat pasta or whichever pasta you prefer. You could use macaroni, you could use penne, you could use fusilli, you could use dough pasta, whichever you like. That's totally your choice. And then we'll be adding some bell peppers of different colors. So first I'm going to put some green bell peppers. go ahead with some red bell peppers. So the thing with the pasta salad is try, using vegetables which are a bit juicy. Like the water content in bell peppers is higher than any other vegetable.
Right, right.
So we'll be using some corn. You could use some fresh, or you could use some sweet corn. You could use baby corn, or if you don't like corn, you could just skip the corn. But it adds a good texture with the pasta.
Yeah.
So we've added that. We could add a little bit of broccoli. If you
Are all these vegetables, we had all these vegetables boiled?
So only the broccoli is boiled. It's parboiled. It's not fully boiled. You have to boil it for about a minute and then shock it in cold water.
Right.
So the broccoli is boiled. The sweet corn's boiled. Don't boil your peppers. They already have enough water content. So if you boil them, they'll lose all their nutrients, as well as they'll become really soggy. So you can't eat it as a salad. This same salad, you could toss it into a pan with some olive oil and everything as it is. If you don't prefer eating raw or cold salads, this salad you can just toss it up, with some olive oil or some dressing. We'll also be adding some olives. Since, it's a pasta salad, let's make it a little more Italian. And then
if I want to toss it on a pan with olive oil, should I be adding any cream or anything little bit? Or
not required. So the thing is, if you just toss it up with a little bit of olive oil, add your seasoning, add fresh herbs. If you all have access to fresh herbs, it's nothing like it. In case you all don't have any access to fresh herbs, you can go ahead with any Italian seasoning or oregano or basil. Basil is really good. So we'll be also adding some Parmesan cheese here, some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. So you could add that as well. And for the dressing, we can either, I have some homemade pesto, some freshly made homemade pesto sauce. And the difference between homemade pesto and the pesto sauce you get in the market is the texture, the consistency, and the color. So you could use some homemade pesto to dress it up, or you could make a dressing with 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, some chili flakes, and oregano. So whichever you prefer. Since pesto is a flavor which not many people prefer, I would suggest you all can go ahead with this. So just pour the dressing right before you eat it. I would like to show everyone how the salad looks. Just give me a second.
Yes. Neha, can you tell me once again the dressing? How did you make it?
So the dressing actually has olive oil, white wine vinegar, and it has oregano and chili flakes. So I think everyone got pretty much the look of it.
Yeah. It looks great. It looks great.
This
it looks
is
very
a salad,
colorful.
and this is your dressing. And please pour the dressing right before you eat your salad. Take it in a separate box if you're going to work, or keep it in a bowl separately, because if you pour the dressing and leave it for too long, your salad is going to get soggy and stale. Because as soon as your vegetables react with salt, they tend to get soggy. So please do not pour your dressing and leave the salad for too long.
Right. That's a good tip.
So that is something which we always do. So, whenever I have to send a salad bowl or something somewhere, we always keep the dressing separately. So that, people can have it whenever they want. And when you keep your dressing separately, you can even meal prep. So suppose you don't get too much time, you want to make your meals for a week and keep it. So when you do that, you can even store your salads up to 3 days.
Right.
So
if I wanted if I want to add little zing, can I add lime juice to this?
Yes, you can definitely add lime juice. Yeah, definitely add lime juice. If you don't have white wine vinegar or any other vinegar, say you could always use lime juice. Please do not use the synthetic vinegar that we get in our local grocery stores because that's too strong to be eaten raw.
Right.
That will irritate
But that
your
is
stomach
very
and
quick
cause
too.
you. Yeah. So
That
that's
is
the
very
thing
quick.
about salad. Once you have the chopping done, it's really quick.
Yeah.
So you could
Because a lot
always
of people
chop it.
anyways have a house help.
Yes, they have
Yeah.
house help that could do that. And in case there's no help, you could always chop your vegetables, put it in a Ziploc, in an airtight bag or an airtight box or a glass jar and keep it in the fridge for up to 3 to 4 days.
True.
That is how you do a meal prep. So that's how you store them. Wash them, cut them, let the water dry up a little bit, put them in an airtight container and put it in your fridge.
We were watching this show by Nadia
Yeah.
on Netflix. She has so many quick hacks like this. Because she's a working woman,
Yes.
she cuts everything and she makes like pesto and she puts it in the fridge. She takes it out and she cooks meal in like 3 minutes, just like you. Oh, that was very
Yes.
good.
Yeah, and the same thing, the dressing which I showed you, you could put that, like after tossing all of this, you could just pour the dressing in the pan itself, toss it up and eat it.
Right.
You can,
Right.
add a little bit of pesto, you could add herbs, you could add, any seasoning or just salt and pepper. You could add some garlic into this as well. So garlic
Right.
gives a really nice flavor, and garlic is again a really good food when you want to lose weight or to just give you a little bit of energy and everything. And
Yeah.
it adds a lot of flavor as well. So
Garlic is great for
and
heart.
yeah, garlic is great for the heart as well, and it reduces cholesterol as well. So, these are few things which anyone. So, the thing is, don't be afraid to experiment with your food,
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Like, don't think that, it's not going to be nutritious enough. Anything that is naturally produced will be nutritious. Anything that does not have preservatives has its own benefits anyway. Avoid using food which has a lot of preservatives. Avoid using tinned food or canned food. Go for the freshly produced food. Go for locally produced food because when it's locally produced, there are no preservatives in it. Because when they try to import the food, in order for the food to last for a long time, they have to add a certain preservative in the crop itself.
Right.
So try to use more locally produced food.
Everybody
And
started urban gardening because of
yes,
lockdown.
everybody started urban gardening. Then there's so many places where you get organically grown food. So it not necessarily has to be organic. Even
Yeah.
if you buy from your regular vegetable vendor, that food will be much more healthier than what you would probably buy in a tin. So
Right.
people end up buying say tinned asparagus or tinned baby corn, thinking that baby corn's healthy or asparagus is healthy. But when it's in a tin, then it loses all its nutritional value. So try using anything fresh. I mean, you can lose weight or you can feel happy even if the asparagus is not there. You can be
Right.
happy even if that baby corn is not there because there are so many vegetables which are locally grown. There are so many fruits which are locally grown. You could add pomegranate to your salad, or you could add some fresh watermelon to your salad. Watermelon is a really good food when it comes to cooling your stomach or when it's really hot. And since we live in Hyderabad, it's constantly hot. We don't have anything known as winter in Hyderabad.
Right.
So, watermelon is something which you could use in your salads as well. Pomegranate is really good for your skin, for your health. If you have low hemoglobin, if you have low iron levels, you can make a salad with say pomegranate and spinach, toss them up, add a little bit of lime juice, salt, pepper, add a little honey if you like honey. And always experiment with the flavors that you like. Don't
Right.
eat something that I have to eat this. If I eat this, only then I'll be healthy. That's
Right.
not how it's going to work. The only
Right.
thing that will make you feel happy and the thing that will give you nutrition is if it's pleasing your palate. So if you're not happy eating it, then your stomach's not going to be, satisfied with it. You'll still be hungry. You'll still be cranky. that there won't be any mental satisfaction, which is a very important part for your meal. Your digestive system works only when you're mentally satisfied.
True, true.
So
We
that
have
is a very important.
for this pasta salad, right? If I want to add some protein, obviously non-vegetarians can add their chicken. What
Right.
about vegetarians? Can we add tofu or?
You could add some feta cheese.
Okay.
So I would suggest add some feta cheese, or you could add some paneer. You could add freshly made paneer as well. Like
Right.
how at home when if you have milk, you can just make paneer or add something like that. I wouldn't suggest tofu in the pasta salad because tofu is a very debatable thing. So if someone has thyroid, then they really should not have tofu because it contains high amount of soya in it. So some people who probably have have anything related to thyroid or any hormonal issues, then they should completely avoid soya.
Avoid. Correct.
So,
Correct.
and there's something which a few people say, I'm not 100% sure about it, but broccoli is said to have a lot of protein in it as well.
Yeah, broccoli has
Or,
a lot of protein.
yeah.
Yeah.
So you could add more quantity of broccoli. You can even add some pulses, like you could add some kidney beans into this salad. It will taste fantastic if you add some, rajma, or you could add some chickpeas in it as well. So that
Also
will give
easily
you a good
available.
quantity. Yeah, like people who don't have dairy, again, for them you can't go with cheese, paneer, or anything of that sort. So you could add pulses. Pulses give you a good amount of protein as well. You could add sprouts in it. So and it has to be a balance of
Correct.
flavors and everything as well, because you don't want anything that will have the health benefit but the taste won't be good enough for it.
Because you won't sustain long. I mean, you'll do it for a week or a
Yes.
month, and then you'll switch
Then
to.
you get bored.
Yeah.
Yes, and
So
then you're
what?
like, I'm eating tasteless food. I'm eating food which is not satisfying my palate. So there's no point eating anything that won't satisfy your palate.
Right. Right. So what are we doing for 5 p.m.? What's the snack?
So 5 p.m. we're making a very healthy snack with broccoli, hummus, and walnuts. So
Okay.
for that, I'm just going to show it in a bowl. Since it's a 5 p.m. snack, you don't need a really large quantity of food. Go
Right.
for smaller meals, in smaller intervals. So we have about 1 cup of, again, boiled broccoli. It's parboiled, or you could just steam it as well. Do not boil it fully, otherwise it's going to become like really mushy and you won't be able to enjoy it.
Right.
So we have, say, about 1 cup of broccoli in this. I think everyone can see. And then I'm going to add some freshly made curd. This is not Greek yogurt, guys, because don't go overboard with Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is really lighter, so you can see it better. So Greek yogurt is really heavy at the same time because of the high whey content and high protein content. So for evening, I would suggest use like fresh curd or any curd that you use. Just use some curd in this. In this, I'll be adding some garlic as well. So I'm going to be adding, say, uh, about say 1/4 teaspoon. This is 1 clove of garlic minced. Really fine chop it so that you don't have too much garlic coming in your face, but I mean in your mouth. And if you like garlic, then you can add like how much of the garlic you like. Okay, and just give it a mix it a bit. In this, I'll be adding one more thing, that is olive oil. So
What are we
yeah,
adding? What is the fourth thing we are adding?
olive oil.
Olive
So
oil. Okay.
olive oil, yeah, because I personally don't believe in eating food with like say zero oil or zero fat and everything. You need at least a half teaspoon of oil or fat so that it does not stick into your stomach.
Correct.
It isn't necessary. Don't go for fat diets where you're not having any oil or anything. because that's not going to give the required lining in your stomach, and that might cause you like severe digestion problems. So in this, if you see, we're going to add just a half teaspoon of olive oil. So just, and it's going to give a really good texture and flavor when you combine olive oil with say hung curd. So a lot of
Should
people think you can't
we
have olive oil.
right? Viha,
Sorry?
should we use thick curd or watery curd? Because we should try to avoid water, right?
Thick
Thick
curd,
curd, right?
yes, hung curd. So when
Right.
you have hung curd, just put it in a muslin cloth for like say 15-20 minutes, or use like really thick curd and let the watery part out. So we mix this, and then we'll be adding some salt and pepper. So I'm going to add some salt and some pepper. Mix this up, and then we'll be adding some chopped walnuts to give it a crunch. Because 5 p.m. I've noticed a lot of people want to have something crunchy. So they
Yeah.
go for like, chips or, bhujia and stuff like that. So you could always add like walnuts or any nuts that you like to give it a crunch. If you have pecan nuts, if you like almonds, you can add almonds. You can add chopped pistachio. You could add anything that you like. I'm going to throw in some fresh basil leaves. These are washed basil leaves. So it's going to give a nice flavor as well. And please, guys, don't use a knife on your greens. Just use your hands. That's going
Someone's
to
asking,
make it.
can we add chaat masala for this if you want to make it a little?
Yes, yes, you can add chaat masala in this if you want to. If you want to make it a little spicy, you could add chili flakes as well. So this is going to be creamy, crunchy, and fully packed with flavors.
Right, right. Oh, this is a very new recipe. I had never heard of this. So this is what I want to try actually.
So you could always add, and if you like your evening snack a little sweeter, you could even add like half a teaspoon of honey to it.
Right.
Like sweeten your yogurt a bit, add broccoli, add your nuts, and probably if you don't want to use broccoli, you could add carrots, you could add cucumber. Cucumber and yogurt salad tastes really nice.
Really good. Yeah.
And for some people who probably don't want to lose weight, because see, come on, everyone does not need to lose weight. So you could also add like boiled potatoes. So that
I love
gives you
potatoes.
yeah, I think everyone loves potatoes. So you could add potatoes, and it's going to give like a nice texture. It will give you good carbs. So potatoes not bad carbs, guys. Don't hate potatoes. They're really nice. They go well with everything.
Right, right.
So please don't hate potatoes. So you could add potatoes in it as well. Again, you can add pomegranate with your potatoes. So that's going to taste really nice, really refreshing as well. So you can always make alternatives. You can always try to change whichever vegetable you like, experiment. In fact, beetroot tastes amazing with yogurt as well.
Interesting. Like beetroot, beetroot shredded or cut into like small pieces. Viha, your screen is stuck.
Yeah, I think my Wi-Fi connection was lost. So
Yeah.
I was saying we could
Beetroot,
add
beetroot cut
beetroot
into
as
small
well.
pieces or shredded?
It's up to you. If you want if you don't want to, chew a lot, you want something really quick, then you could use shredded potatoes, or you could chop them, or diced beetroot, however you like. So the shape or the cutting, it's really up to you how easy it is for you to eat or what you prefer. If you want a really nice beetroot flavor to chew, and you want the flavor to melt in your mouth, then you could use bigger chunks. If you want the beetroot to be mixed into it and not chew a lot, then you could just grate it. It's in fact really nice for kids as well. So people who have like small kids and they don't want to eat vegetables just because they see the vegetable, then you could always grate it and mix it in yogurt or something and have it. So that's a very
Beetroot,
good alternative.
right.
So,
Beetroot to be parboiled or just raw? Beetroot.
Steamed, preferably steamed, because beetroot you could eat raw, but I prefer steaming it a bit because it gives a nice texture. It's the same with carrot, just steam it a little bit. Otherwise, it's too stiff to chew.
Right,
It's too
right, right,
hard to chew, and
right,
then it's going to take a long time.
right, right. Great. So what's for 8 p.m.?
So 8 p.m. we are going to be doing a quinoa salad. Quinoa, again, I think everyone knows is a millet. It's really healthy. It contains less amount of carbohydrates. You want to go really light on your dinner. You want to have something healthy, something nutritious, and not something that makes you feel heavy, so that you can sleep properly. It's necessary to eat certain amount of carbs and eat dinner. Like, do not skip dinner, but at the same time have a light dinner where you can sleep easily, because when you have a heavy stomach you tend to have a very disturbed sleep.
True, true.
And avoid food at night which will make you feel gassy. Like, avoid a lot of, say, pulses,
Well,
or broccoli and stuff. Don't have broccoli after 6 p.m. guys. Like, don't.
yeah,
It's going to
yeah.
make you feel really gassy and stuffy, and you won't be comfortable. Don't have Avoid chickpeas at night. So anything that's going to make your stomach feel uneasy, just try to avoid that at night. So
Yeah.
that is what we're going to do. And in the quinoa salad for dinner, we'll be using spinach. So instead of lettuce, we'll be layering a quinoa salad with some baby spinach. Try to use baby spinach. If you cannot get your hands on baby spinach, then mix your lettuce or whatever green you have with our regular spinach. Thoroughly wash it, cut it, and blanch it in warm water. Don't boil it.
Okay.
But blanch it in warm water. Just boil some water, put the spinach into it for like 10 to 15 minutes, and immediately put it into some cold water.
Okay.
So that it loses out on its bitterness, and it's not advisable to have a regular spinach raw. So we'll be layering it with some spinach. This is baby spinach, and nowadays it's very easily available. It's available online, it's available in Qmart, it's available everywhere. So you could use some baby spinach. So now we are doing a rainbow quinoa salad. So we are going to try and add how many other colors we can. At the same time, make it super healthy. So let's start with my personal favorite, peppers. We're going to add all 3 peppers. Peppers actually have like really good water content, as well as they're high in vitamin C. So peppers have a good content of vitamin C, so it's really good for your immunity and everything. And at the same time, they add a lot of flavor to any salad. So they add that little bit of a spicy touch to it, because
Correct. Also, nice crunch. It has a nice crunch.
yeah, it has a nice crunch. And they say that like a lot of people who I know, and like a while back I was one of those people as well, who do not drink a lot of water. So that's the thing, like some people just out of habit don't tend to drink a lot of water. So there are certain foods which have like high content of water in them, which is obviously not a substitute for water, but it just adds on to the water content in your body. It hydrates your system as well. So we're going to use some chopped cucumber. Again, cucumber and this both are raw. Don't boil your cucumber. It's a watery vegetable. It's going to lose all its nutrients and texture. So for this, we'll be using some parboiled carrots. They're steamed, and this is some steamed beetroot as well. So I'm not going to be using a lot of beetroot for this, because beetroot might get like really heavy for dinner. So just to add a little bit of flavor. And guys, whenever you make a salad bowl or a plate, just try to, spread all the vegetables in your plate nicely, make it look pretty and beautiful and presentable, so that when you look at it, you feel like eating it immediately.
Also, a lot of people when they speak about salad, they don't make a dressing by themselves. They go and buy like this mayonnaise or very creamy dressing and they add it. So the whole point of healthy eating is just
Yes,
purposeless then.
please.
Yeah.
Yes, and please don't do that, because the minute you add all of that, that's where you're actually losing out on your nutrient value and you're adding like a lot of fat. Even the dressings, so I make the dressings at home. I even sell them because a lot of people don't want to or don't know how to or don't have the time to make dressings. But the thing is, whenever you buy dressings, buy from a place where they do not add any preservatives.
Right. Right.
So if you buy, say, like store-bought dressings, which you probably get in a supermarket, they contain high amount of preservatives.
Yeah.
So avoid, like, if you don't have an option, if you're really short on time and it's easier for you, then it's okay once in a while. And in case it's not handy or you don't want to purchase any dressings from anywhere, always stick to olive oil, lime juice, salt, and pepper.
Yeah. The
And add
safest
in
and
your,
quick. Yeah,
yes,
it's
it's
very
the
safe,
safest.
easy, quick. Yeah.
It's very safe eating, and you can always add in flavor by adding herbs. You don't need anything creamy or anything like that, anything with high amount of preservatives. If you want to spice it up, add chili flakes. If you want a creamy texture, add like hunk curd or Greek yogurt. Like 1 teaspoon's enough.
Yeah.
And you could also use like if you make mint chutneys at home, you could always mix that with your salad as well. Anything that's cooked fresh is healthy according to me. But I mean, it's not that you have to live by that, you can't have it at all. Once in a while, it's not going to do any harm. You can have anything. But on a daily basis, if you have tinned food, then at some point it's going to react with your stomach.
Right. Also, a lot of people don't put a dressing on the salad. I see them just eating raw vegetables with
Please
the
don't do
goal of weight
it.
loss because they're getting married or
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah, no, don't do that, because your vegetables need something to react with.
Yeah.
If you're just going to eat it raw, then you're just going to eat fiber. The nutrients come out when there is a certain amount of oil, certain amount of acid content, and certain amount of flavor. Because without that, you're just eating fiber, and the nutrients are not extracted from the food until and unless it's combined with something.
True. True.
I mean, until and unless you're eating like a cucumber just for the water, that's fine. But don't.
Yeah.
But then that's not actually a salad. You're just eating cucumber. It's
Yeah.
not salad.
And just cucumber will get you hungry anyways in the middle of the night.
Yes, it's going to get you hungry. It's just like if you're having a meal, it's just like it's not even an appetizer. It's just something you're using to clean your palate.
Yeah, like a pre-appetizer. Yeah.
Like a pre-appetizer. It's just that. It's just water. Cucumber without flavor is just water.
Yeah.
We'll be adding some quinoa.
This is obviously like cooked quinoa, right?
Yes, so to cooking quinoa, you take 1 part of uncooked quinoa and 2 parts of water and cook it together with a lid. Add a pinch of salt to your quinoa. You could add, again, I focus a lot on fresh herbs because I really like the flavor. You could add some herbs while cooking your quinoa as well. The quinoa will, absorb all the flavors. You could add some ginger, you could add some garlic in the water, or you could use really good veg stock. Like if you're boiling your vegetables, the leftover water can be used to cook quinoa. Like after you
But
boil your cat,
why to add salt to quinoa? Why do you want to add
just
salt
a
to quinoa?
pinch to the flavor. Otherwise, your quinoa is going to be really blunt. So for quinoa or any grains to absorb maximum flavor, it's absorbed while they are cooking. Once they cook, then while you're eating it, it's mixing and blending with the other flavors, but it's not absorbing the flavor.
So this is only for salad, right? Because me, I instead of white rice, I eat quinoa every day, and I
Right.
mix it with like regular curries that my people in
Yes,
the house.
because you're cooking the quinoa with it.
Yeah.
So you're having something which already has salt in it.
Correct.
So
Correct.
when
Got
you're eating it in a salad, the dressing has to, you can't go overboard with raw salt.
right.
Like
Right.
you're topping salt on it, you can't go overboard with it because salt, when it's eaten raw, it has a different nutritional value. When it's cooked, it has a different nutritional value.
Correct.
So don't the habit of people. A lot of people have a habit of putting extra salt on their food and all of that. So that is very harmful for your sodium levels.
Correct.
Like
Correct.
it will really increase your sodium levels and everything. So just try to put a pinch of salt while you're boiling it, so when you pour your dressing, you don't have a different flavor on your vegetable and a different flavor on your quinoa.
Right. Also, Viha, if quinoa gets expensive for some people to buy, right? What are the
Yes.
other cheaper alternatives which are healthy?
You could use bulgur wheat, your dalia which you get.
Hmm.
So bulgur wheat is a really good alternative. Bulgur
Hmm.
wheat, don't boil it. Just take like 1:1 ratio of hot water and bulgur wheat. In a bowl, just pour in some hot water, cover it with a lid, leave it aside for say 15-20 minutes till the wheat doubles up and boils a little bit.
Right.
So don't
What
boil
about
it
the
on the
millet?
gas.
What
Yes,
about
you
the
could use
foxtail
millet as
millet?
well.
Yes. Yeah.
Foxtail
Because
millet
millet.
is also, yes. You could use any millets, bulgur wheat, or anything. And if you want to completely avoid any grains, you could do that as well. Because you could add some nuts to your salad. You could add some seeds, like you can add some pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds or watermelon seeds. You can make your melon seeds at home as well if pumpkin seeds at home as well. If you're getting the fruit, do not throw away the seeds. Just wash them and sun dry them. So and then keep it in your fridge and use them on your salads, or toss them up a little bit in the oven with a little bit of seasoning and have it as a snack as well. Try to avoid throwing your food.
Right. Right.
Everything in your food has some nutritional value. So don't throw away the seeds which can be eaten. Eat them. So, and then with this, you could use some cherry tomatoes as well. I personally prefer using cherry tomatoes than whole tomatoes because they have higher nutritional value and they taste better as well.
And they're much
So,
easier to like put in the salad.
yeah. I mean, when you take a whole tomato, then you have to remove the pulp, you have to remove the seeds and all of that. So instead of
lot
doing
of
that,
people lot of people think salads are very expensive or it's difficult to make, but here we made salad with like such easily available
yes,
locally available items. Nothing is fancy. You can always make it more
nothing.
fancy if you want, but yeah.
Yes. Again, it's up to you. You can add, say, if you want to make it fancy, you could add kale, you could add rocket
Yeah.
leaves. Vegetables, I would yet say stick to what is grown here, even if you want to. So nowadays, a lot of people are growing different types of leaves and lettuce and everything locally. It's not imported anymore, so you can definitely buy it.
Right.
Vegetables also, a lot of vegetables are grown here. You could add like zucchini, you could add baby corn, you can add anything that you like. If anyone likes mushrooms, you can add mushrooms as well.
Right.
So, but stick to what grows. Don't buy frozen food. Don't buy tinned food.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the biggest thing that I would suggest. Like avoid
Right.
packed food totally. And
Right.
yeah, it's really easy to make. It's very quick to make. It's cost effective. People who so a lot of people think that if we're vegan, we have to buy vegan milk or vegan cheese and stuff like that. But that's not the case. Like even if you're making a salad, it is vegan. If you're making excuse me, whatever you're making can be vegan or gluten free. And just excuse me.
Yeah. So I don't cook much. For people who want to know what I eat when I want to make it quick, watermelon feta salad is my absolute favorite. I cut some watermelon, put some feta, and throw some mint on it. I think it tastes amazing. It's out of the world. So that's my favorite salad. Viha, I think I lost you. Yes, 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 better. Thank you so much, Viha.
Yeah, I
This is so
think my
much
network.
fun. I think I'm definitely going to
We
try
can
the.
have a final look at this.
I'm definitely going to try
And
the
again,
broccoli.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Viha, can you do a favor? Can you take nice picture of all these four and maybe like send me on my send me or yeah, I would like to
Yes,
post it
I'm going to do
so
that.
people
I'm going
know
to post it on Instagram.
food that looks good.
Yes, and oh, also, guys, I forgot.
Yeah,
Yes, definitely. So I also forgot to like
yes.
add. You can always add a little bit of purple cabbage. It adds a lot of color to your salads.
Hmm.
So you can do that. I'm going to take a picture
That
and
is
we'll be posting it soon. And we are always available
yes.
to answer any questions on our Instagram handle. You can post all your queries and everything as well.
Yeah, guys, please follow her because she makes weekly planned meals. So for people who are working and who can't do it by themselves, I think it's fantastic. Do you deliver food as well, or people have to pick
So
up?
I'm actually not delivering everywhere due to the pandemic, but I have two pickup points. One is in King Koti and one is in Banjara Hills. So
Yeah,
you could pick it up from there, and that's one way of doing it. And
people
hopefully
can
soon
dunzo
we'll
it as
have a
well.
pickup point somewhere. Yeah, you can Dunzo it. I mean, see, the
Yeah,
thing with Dunzo is it's totally the client's call because I know a lot of people are not comfortable with using Dunzo at the moment. But if you don't have that taboo in your mind, then you can always Dunzo it. I can send it across via any delivery agency and however it's convenient.
right,
So that is something which
right,
we can figure out as we go ahead. And hopefully the
right.
pandemic
Thank
will
you so
end
much, Viha.
soon. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. It
yeah.
was great. I hope everyone enjoys the salads.
Thank you so much. So I'll quickly take Dr. Deepa on board for nutrition values.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. I think we have little time. We'll have uh, Dr. Deepa who's going to quickly help us with.
Hi,
Hello,
Dr.
hi, hi,
Hi,
hi.
Dr. So
Yes,
I think Viha did a very good job of demonstrating the whole day's menu to all our viewers. And I think it was a fantastic way of explaining
yeah,
the recipes as well.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm very sure as a nutritionist also I wouldn't have been able to do such a good job
yeah,
of
yeah.
doing a demonstration with the explanation.
She did
So
partly your
I
job as
think
well. She made your job easy today.
correct, correct. So I was just wondering where is she lacking that I have to add on more points.
Yeah,
So I think she's well distributed all her the nutrients in terms of the micros, especially like iron, calcium. I'm just trying to see how much of protein and carbs she has added, and I think every meal that she has chosen had enough of nutrients for that meal of the day. So starting from a breakfast meal, which obviously should be the best meal of the day, and
yeah,
having something like a smoothie bowl is very appealing and nice, and you feel very comfortable.
yeah,
And personally, even we make smoothies regularly at home. And for all my clients who are onto weight loss programs, I really like them giving smoothies for breakfast. And one best thing about smoothies is it's quick, easy to carry because there are people who leave for work early. Like
right.
even doctors like you sometimes might be leaving too early for work. So what happens is you get
Doctors like me skip breakfast. We are the worst people with our
so
habits.
you should yeah, so there's no skipping of breakfast when you have something so tasty and healthy in
Yeah,
the morning.
yeah,
And the best part is it keeps you full for long because I have seen this from my clients, and even at home we've observed that when we have this till 1:30 you're full. Like if you have your smoothie by 9, you're full till 1, so you don't feel like munching anything in between. Especially when you're at work, you don't feel like going to the cafeteria, anything. Like you don't feel like eating anything additional. Similarly, she has well placed the option for lunch as well, the pasta combination, because nowadays, especially youngsters, they feel like having something which is more, healthier. At the same time, it should be more, fancier, I would say. So pasta, of course, comes under that category, and it's very easy to carry as well.
Yeah.
So I think, and it's a very good combination with all the, micros that she has put in, that like broccoli and everything. Plus pasta is what she has used is gluten-free pasta. So it won't irritate your gut, and you will feel very comfortable. You won't be bloated by the end of the day. Especially, when people have IBS concerns, they have gastritis concerns, they have GERD, dyspepsia. I think that combination works very well for them.
True, true.
Likewise, for the broccoli salad that she did for the evening, the hung curd salad, that was also a perfect blend, because hung curd gives you enough of proteins, and then she threw some walnuts and broccoli in it for the fiber and the micro content. I think that too was a very good combination. And again, it was a quick fix, I would say,
Yeah,
because when
very
you're
quick.
back from work, when you're back from work and when you don't feel like, making anything additional for your tea time, I think that's a fantastic combination. So
Yeah.
that
Also,
was
also
also
high
very
in
nice.
calcium for
High in
kids
calcium.
and things like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. And the dinner, of course, the quinoa part I liked the most, because quinoa is a gluten-free millet. It has no gluten in it. So again, for people, for dinner especially, it's a very good combination. Now quinoa, she explained it in a form of a, a rainbow combination of different salad options. But then yes, you could make it in form of a dosa, or you can make it like a, a regular quinoa cooked, and you can have it with little sabzi and little curd as a meal, or you can make some you know uh, uh, idlis out of it, and steam idlis out of it, and also have. So I think quinoa choice at dinner is also a very good combination. So what she has done is she has planned her menu in such a way that it's giving not more than around 1200 calories in a day. So it's it's an excellent menu for people who want to lose weight and want to get fit. I think that's a fantastic job done by her.
Also, yeah, for sure. Also, I think she covered all the nutrition, in a way.
Correct. Yeah.
Multiple greens, there's
Why?
fiber. Yeah.
Correct. And why should not be used chopped using a knife? Like especially the greens, you should use your hand and cut it. So I think these kind of small tips what she has shared, some of them even I didn't know, I would say. So I think that's a fantastic explanation, and very good choices of options.
Yeah.
And there's so many we can do as combinations, but since this is only one of its program, we could demonstrate only a couple of them. But
Yeah.
I think with time, if she has any videos and all, I think I'll ask her to share with you, so
Yeah.
that your viewers can see them live.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
as you rightly mentioned, she does a daily menu for people.
Yeah.
She has a menu which she does on a cyclic basis. So Monday
Right.
one, Tuesday one, Wednesday one. And I think that works very well for, especially for professionals, working people.
For working people.
Have,
Yeah.
yeah, if you have a set menu, what what you're gonna eat for the week, you can shop accordingly. You can get all the things organized on your weekend, so that you're sorted for the week. I think that's a fantastic job she is doing.
Your life becomes very easy,
Yeah,
Someone is
life
taking
becomes
care
very,
of your nutrition.
I know. And that too, when during this pandemic, when you have less help at home, and you're not allowed to go out a lot. I think if you have a menu something like this, you are sorted for the week. I think,
True.
I mean, if you can just shop on weekends and get everything organized,
Yeah.
it's a fantastic way of getting things sorted at home.
True. Thank you so much, Dr. Deepa. I mean, this is so much fun because it's
Yeah,
very out of what I usually do, but I'm enjoying this week a lot. I hope you're following
correct.
all the things that I'm doing this week.
Yeah, I've been seeing all your. Today is the day 4th. I think tomorrow again
Yes,
you're posted on yoga, I guess.
yes,
So
yes, yes. Tomorrow is yoga.
I'll be following that also. So
Perfect, perfect.
fantastic work done by you, doctor. Like something, what you've chosen as a topic for today on a Sunday is fantastic, because
Yeah,
today you're more relaxed, and you
yeah,
will be able to focus more. And I think
true.
when you're looking this week as a suicidal prevention week, especially for mental health, it's a fantastic way of spending some time on a Sunday evening.
True, true.
So
Thank you so much. I'm gonna save this
thank,
live, and if anybody wants to see, they can always obviously come and see. You have
thank you,
a
doctor.
you have a good week ahead. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, doctor. Bye.
Bye.